Hi, I'm Madison and welcome back to my channel. Today I have my December TBR, which is also my final TBR of 2022. So very excited to be filming this. I cannot believe we're in the last month of 2022. This year has gone by like no other. Like, what a year, honestly. Like, I can't even. But I do have a couple books I still want to get to in this very last month. I feel like it's such a weird month, honestly, to be reading because you're consistently trying to like read new books, but at the same time you're like, oh my god, what will be like on the very best of like my 2022? Will I read a book this month that'll be like a new favorite book of the entire year? Who knows? So without further ado, I'm going to get into it. I'm going to preface this video, however, and say that there's a lot of books I'm not putting on here because I do plan on filming, surprise, surprise, a Christmas smut video. Now, I have no idea what my Christmas smut is going to be. I haven't planned it out yet, but that will be coming. I'm going to be doing some ho 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 books. Why did I say that? But I am. It's kind of like going to be equivalent to what I did for my Halloween smut. We're going to do some Christmas smut, which could mean Santa smut, which I'm not looking forward to, but it'll be fine. That being said, I do still have two Christmassy, well, 3 wintry books, but 2 Christmassy books to read in December. The very first one is going to be Lovelight Fan, so B.K. Borison. This is like set at a Christmas tree farm. It's a small town romance. So Stella needs to save the Christmas tree farm, like, which is the one that she grew up with. It's her family Christmas tree farm, and she ends up entering this competition in order to win a bunch of money. The only problem is that she lied on her application and said that she owns the Christmas tree farm with her boyfriend. But she ain't got no boyfriend, she's a single Pringle. And that is where her best friend comes in, Luca, and he ends up agreeing to be, I guess, her fake boyfriend for this. I don't know, I'm so excited. This seems like it's gonna be so much fun. I didn't get to read this last year when everyone else first read it and it came out, and so I'm even just like hella pumped to be reading this now, and I think it's gonna be so much fun. I'm also gonna be reading Christmas on the 13th Floor by liko. This was liko.'s very first Holy Night novella that ever came out, and it came out last Christmas, and I haven't read it yet. I've read all of Lee's Holy Night novellas since then, so I'm very excited to go back and read the very first one that she ever put out. It's set during Christmas time, it's smutty, it's short, I don't know anything else about it. So it's a Christmas time erotica novella, so that's kind of all I needed to know. I am going to be reading one arc during the month of December, and that is going to be Anastasia by Sophie Lark. This is Sophie Lark's very first fantasy romance, and it is based off Anastasia. It's kind of like more based off like the actual like history of like the Romanovs than the Disney movie, but she has put in some fun things there, and it is magical. And that's kind of all we know about it as of now from when I'm filming this. We really don't know too much, and I think it's fine. Like I said, it's Sophie's very first fantasy book. I'm really excited to see how she does in this genre as well. Coming from reading a lot of her dark romances, I think this is going to be a really cool, fun take for her, and I can't wait to read it. She's got a lot of hype for it so far, and I think it's going to be really cool, and it seems like the perfect kind of like time to reading this is in December, so yes. I then have Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. I want to read this because Final Offer comes out in January, and so I want to read the second book before then. I read Fine Print earlier this year and didn't pick this up right away because I wanted to wait until we were closer to book 3 coming out so that I could kind of read them all pretty back to back. But this is the second book in the Dreamland Billionaires series, which follows these 3 brothers who are supposed to be the heirs to basically like Dreamland, which is a Disney-esque conglomerate. And this is following the second brother, who is Declan, who is supposed to end up becoming the CEO, but in his grandfather's will, it says that he cannot get his portion of it unless he is married. And so he ends up, I'm pretty sure, entering into, oh, and an heir. He needs to get an heir as well. He ends up entering into like this marriage of convenience with his assistant instead for this. I'm so excited for this. Listen to this. My plan to marry Declan was simple. Move in together, throw a wedding, have a baby. Like, it's simple. How could anything go wrong? I'm so excited for this. I loved the first book, and I'm just cannot wait to see where this keeps on going. We then have Steal Me by India R. Adams. This is book 1 in the Haunted Road series. This is about a guy whose dad drives from a drunk driver. His mum is, has crippling depression from it, and he is looking after his little sister. He moves into a new town. Everything seems to be going fine except for the fact that he is now falling for a girl who clearly hates his guts. That's all we know about it. I literally have no clue what this is about otherwise. Like, it's a very vague synopsis. It is just such a beautiful, beautiful book cover, and I don't know. I think this is, I don't know. I'm just getting the vibe that this is something that I should read before the end of the year. There's something about this that is telling me, like, I need to read this. I have nothing else to tell you other than that, but we'll see. I am then going to be reading Losers Part 1 and Part 2 by Harley LaRue. This was originally on my November TBR, but I decided to wait until they were both out so I could literally read them back to back. So it has now moved into December. I am going to be reading this duet by the end of this year because of the fact that I do think, out of everything I have on this TBR right now, I genuinely think that this could end up being one of my top books of 2022 just because I love Harley LaRue so much. And so I'm very nervous because they're both chunky monkeys, but I cannot wait. And then the last potential thing that I might be reading in December, this is very, very tentative, but I might reread Ninth House. I can't be bothered grabbing it, but everyone should know what Ninth House is. The reason is because Hellbent comes out in January. I am like away when Hellbent comes out, so I won't actually have it to read. I can't read it when it comes out. But I think I want to reread Ninth House beforehand, because while I do actually remember Ninth House very freaking well, like, I don't know if you haven't been following me like in the last like 2 years, when Ninth House came out, I literally made it my entire personality, and it is still my personality. The fact that I've literally almost gotten a quote from that series consistently since I read it, like, that is it's a quote that keeps coming back and back and back and back to me. The fact, like I love this series so much, and so I'm thinking of doing a reread beforehand because I think it would be fun. I just want to see Darlington again as well. I love Darlington so much. Oh, I love this book series. So I'm thinking about doing a reread of that. Okay, and that is going to be it. Apart from all the hella smutty Christmas smut I'm going to also be reading this month that I have no... If you got some really great Christmas smut recommendations, do leave them in the comments down below because I'm literally filming that this weekend. But yeah. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy just winter vacation time to everyone. Happy end of year TBR. And yeah, that's gonna be it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please slap it down below. If you wanna see more of me, please go to my channel. And until next time, thanks so much everyone. Bye-bye.